match is a one-fall, 10-minute time limit from parts unknown, managed by the man from Miami, Mr. Beautiful Saul Creechman. Abdullah King. His opponent from Cincinnati, Ohio at 241, Terry Pressman. Welcome to Championship Wrestling fans. David McLean here with none other than George Cannon. How you doing today, George?
Very good, David. Very good to be back here with the fans once again. And I'm certainly impressed by this fellow, Abdullah. First time that I have seen him, and my goodness, I don't know what to expect from this fellow. He sure is colorful. Let's wait and see what he does here.
Abdullah in there, giving the headbutt to Pressman, Terry Pressman from Cincinnati, just breaking into the ranks of professional wrestling. And what a wrestler he's up against today, Abdullah King. On the outside, Saul Creechman cheering Abdullah on. Possibly the only one in the building cheering him on, George.
Well, there's no doubt about it that Abdullah has taken over. And he's a vicious, rough, tough individual. And I think that when we seen him walking out here, Dave, everyone in the building knew what to expect from a man that looks like he does. Let's just say this is one time that a book's cover does tell the story.
Promoter Bob Luce has nicknamed him, George, the Insane One.
Well, just take a look at the maniac eyes that he has. They're wide open. They look like he's on something. And, of course, that war paint doesn't make him look any prettier. And then, of course, outside the ring, we have Creechman, the vocal one, and he's, of course, encouraging him on.
He's pounding away, just aggravating Terry Pressman. What a crowd here today watching the matches live. Hardly a seat available at ringside. The upper balcony packed to capacity. On today's show, you're going to see in the main event, Super Max and Mad Max. They call themselves the Warriors. In there against George, what some may have believed was an odd couple, Bobo Brazil and Bobby Colt.
Well, at one time, we would have thought that there was certainly an odd combination. Bobby Colt to be in the ring on the same side as Bobo Brazil. Of course, the fans, as we well know, in the last few weeks, Bobby Colt has seen the light and, of course, has changed his ways. And I think that it's fitting that he would get in there with Bobo Brazil. They're going to make a very formidable team. There's no doubt about that.
It's going to be a tough day for the Maxes, Super Max and Mad Max.
This guy is, his biggest desire in life is to be a professional wrestler. Now he's learning what it's all about.
Saul Creechman coming in, giving some words about Pressman. Abdullah blocking that right punch of Pressman. Pressman yet to have any upper hand in this bout. Just dishing it out as the Insane One, Abdullah. Vicious kicks going to the forehead of Pressman.
You know, Dave, I think we've come up with a new name for Saul, the manager. Instead of Saul Creechman, we're going to call him Saul Creepman. And I think the name is very fitting. There's no business out there, like we've said many times. Take a look at the size of this Abdullah. What is his body weight?
285 pounds.
285 pounds. He's vicious. He's a dangerous type of wrestler. He doesn't know anything at all about professional wrestling as such. He's a brawler, a mauler, a kicker, a puncher, an eye gouger, a hair puller. He does all the things contrary to the laws of professional wrestling. And there is the instigator, Saul Creechman, the giggly one. We got to do away with this type, Dave. Absolutely.
Well, Abdullah always takes the advice of Saul. And one thing about Abdullah, he loves raw meat. Loves it. Just digging back. Abdullah Akeem in there right now. The thumb to the throat. This is the opening bout of our hour telecast today. Welcome to all you fans watching across the Midwest today. We especially would like to say hello, wouldn't we, George, to those folks up in Canada today.
Well, of course, this television show, Dave, as everyone knows, goes around the world. Not only are we represented in North America by Mexico, Canada, and the United States, but now we're in the Far East, the Middle East. Very pleased to say that you can see this show in Europe and pretty soon Africa. So we've covered all bases.
The voice of George Cannon and myself, proud to be here with WWA, World Wrestling Association, Championship Wrestling. Abdullah has yet to let up and also make any mistakes in this bout. Possibly a chokehold, George.
Well, no doubt about it. You can see that the finesse of professional wrestling has been lost to a man like Abdullah. And, of course, we can always blame treatment for things like that. But the fact remains that there's a 285-pound man in the ring who certainly is not using any wrestling holds to beat his opponent.
1, 2, 3. Billy beats the referee today. Signals the end for Terry Pressman. The winner right there, the insane one, Abdullah. Fans, you stay tuned. We're coming up with some information concerning professional wrestling coming your way, and also a great match, so stay tuned.